A shocking and heartbreaking ordeal in McMinnville today, where police say this morning 7 people overdosed in the city all around the same time, and one woman died at the hospital.
So our Liz Birch live at the police department there in McMinnville, and I know you spoke with the chief of police, Liz. What did he say about this?
Jeff, you told me that complicating this response was the fact that each of those 7 people who overdosed needed several doses of Narcan to be revived. So since there were so many people overdosing at once and they needed so much of that life-saving drug, they actually ran out.
We heard this big commotion.
Early this morning, a McMinnville neighborhood woke up to flashing lights and sirens. Neighbors tell us this is the house where police and firefighters responded.
I understand that fentanyl and cocaine were involved and one person died, and so that's pretty damn serious.
Police say they were called to the neighborhood just after 1 in the morning and found 4 people passed out in a home, 2 in cardiac arrest.
It's messed up.
Anika Strickland also lives in the neighborhood. She says her heart goes out to the family of the woman who died.
There's not that many people in this town, she had friends, family, people who knew her and who loved and cared about her.
Police tell us officers and firefighters gave the people in the house all the Narcan they had and did CPR. They took the people to the hospital, saying one of the ambulances had to be driven by a police officer because the first responders were still trying to save the lives of the people in the back of the ambulance. Police say someone in a personal car dropped 2 other people who were overdosing off at the hospital, and an ambulance took a 7th overdose victim from the jail to the hospital as well.
We've seen increases in overdoses. It's just been cumulative over the last couple of years where we're seeing the fentanyl ODs specifically. In fact, today we're hosting citywide training for our non-public safety departments to get training on how to dispense Narcan.
They're also planning on having police start to carry additional Narcan for themselves in case they're exposed to fentanyl. The increase in overdoses comes at a time when they're short-staffed in the police department.
We're stretched thin to the max.
And a further complication, the police chief tells me there were guns in the home where they responded. Live in McMinnville tonight, Liz Birch, KOIN 6 News.
All right, Liz, it just shows you it's not a Portland problem. It really hits some of the more rural towns and cities even harder than it does here in the big metro area. Thanks, Liz.